Structure and nomenclature of carboxylic acid. In this video, first of all, we'll discuss the structure of carboxylic acid and then its nomenclature. So structure means what is the structure of functional group. So here you can see in all carboxylic acid, this functional group COOH group is present. This is called carboxy group. Why we call it as carboxy group? Because it is a combination of two functional group. One is carbonyl and another is hydroxy. So carbonyl and hydroxy when combined together, we call it as a carboxy group. This is the functional group present in carboxylic acids. Here are maybe aliphatic chain or cycle, ring, or maybe aromatic ring. So there are two types of carboxylic acid, aliphatic carboxylic acid as well as aromatic carboxylic acid. Now I'll discuss the structure of carboxylic acid. As I mentioned earlier, this functional group is very important. So we are going to discuss the structure of its functional group because it decides the physical and chemical properties, particularly the chemical properties of the molecule of the carboxylic acid. Now you can see here this carbon is having double bond. So obviously this is sp2 hybridized, red carbon you can see here. And if it is sp2 hybridized, its geometry is trigonal planar and this bond angle is around 119 degree, just slightly less than 120, which is normal trigonal planar, normal sp2 hybridized. When there is sp2 hybridization, the bond angle is 120, but here it is slightly less. Again, there are two CO bonds. One CO bond is having double bond, CO is double bond, and another CO is single bond. So obviously its bond length, which is 1.21 angstrom, and this bond length is around 1.36 angstrom. So this bond is a shorter bond as compared to this bond. But when we compare CO bond of carboxylic acid and alcohol, this is again shorter than alcoholic CO bond. The reason is in alcohol, where the OH group is attached, that carbon is sp3 hybridized, and here in carboxylic acid, this carbon is sp2 hybridized. If it is sp2 hybridized, it is having 33% S character. 33% S character means having more S character as compared to alcoholic, in alcohol where the OH group is attached, which is having sp3 hybridization, that means 25% S character. So because of more S character, this is more electronegative, this carbon. So because of that, this bond becomes shorter. So when you compare with alcohols, this bond is shorter than alcohol, but here in case of carboxylic acid, this carbon-oxygen double bond is shorter than the carbon-oxygen single bond. So again, this is a trigonal planar. Here, if aliphatic chain is there or the ring is there, that carbon is sp3 hybridized, means tetrahedral, and if this is aromatic ring, then the carbon is sp2 hybridized. So in this way, we discuss or we focus on the structure of carboxylic acids. I will discuss its nomenclature. So before we start the nomenclature, I want to revise some rules which you know, I think, already. Now, first of all, we always we select the longest chain of carbon. Here also you are doing the same thing. You are going to select the longest chain of carbon, but you cannot skip this carbon, means carbon of COH group. So you have to consider this carbon along with the longest chain of carbon. So usually we skip this carbon, that is a mistake. But you don't skip this carbon, you have to select this carbon along with the chain of alkane or parent alkane. So this carbon is a part of parent alkane. Okay. Then next is, if numbering is required, you always start numbering with this carbon. So this is always 1. So the carbon present in carboxy group is always carbon number 1. Then you start numbering. After that, you find out the name of parent alkane and replace E from that name with OIC acid. So if the name of parent alkane is alkane, you have to drop this E and join OIC acid. So it becomes alkyanoic acid. So all aliphatic carboxylic acids are alkyanoic acids. Then for this kind of compound, you can see COH group is outside. That means this carbon you cannot consider along with the parent alkane or parent cycloalkane. In that case, the suffix, here you have seen the suffix is OIC acid. But if COH group is outside, that means this carbon is not a part of parent alkane or parent cycloalkane. Then instead of using OIC acid, you have to use the suffix carboxylic acid. Remember. So these four rules are actually important to provide names or IUPAC names to the carboxylic acids. Now we will see two examples. So first example is aliphatic compound where the carbon chain is present. Now as I mentioned earlier, sometimes you may skip this carbon, but this is not right thing. This is not correct way of numbering or correct way of nomenclature. So in case of carboxylic acid, you must consider this carbon along with the chain of parent alkane. So this is a part of chain of parent alkane which I have underlined. So when you see there are substituents, you have to just provide the numbers to the selected chain. So the numbering is always started with the carbon which is a part of COH group. So this carbon is a carbon number 1, this is carbon number 2, this is carbon number 3, and this is carbon number 4. So once you do that, you find out which substituents are present. So one is 2-methyl. So I write that substituent 2-methyl. Another group is 3-methyl. So because of this, because there are two identical substituents present, you combine them together. How to combine? You have to add them together in fact. So the number, these are called locant numbers, are separated by commas. Then put hyphen between number and the word. Since these are two, so I use a prefix di and the word is methyl. So when we combine these two substituents together, that becomes 2,3-dimethyl. Now we'll see the parent alkane. You count number of carbons present in the parent alkane, 4. So this parent is a butane. So this parent is a butane, and the carbon of COH group is not outside, it is also a part of its parent. So you have to use first, this kind of suffix OIC acid. So when we join it, we have to replace E and add the term OIC acid or this suffix. So this becomes butanoic acid. So this becomes butanoic acid. But how to join this? So you join that substituent to this butanoic acid. So the IUPAC name becomes 2,3-dimethyl. 2,3-dimethyl butanoic acid. So this is butanoic acid. So the given compound is 2,3-dimethyl butanoic acid. So in this way you can provide the name. So here I have revised all rules which are required to provide IUPAC names to the carboxylic acid. Now one more example I have taken here, where COOH is not a part of parent alkane. In fact, this is cycloalkane. So don't worry. So as this is a top prior group, so this carbon is always 1, not this carbon, because this is not the part of carboxylic, this parent alkane, which I will give them another color. Now where that COH group is attached, that carbon is 1. Then numbering may go this way or this way. Only thing is, all substituents should get least possible number. If I give numbering 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and if I start numbering from this side, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you add this number and find out which numbering is the correct numbering. That means all substituents should get least possible number. So the first side, if you start numbering from this end, is a correct way of numbering. Now find out which substituents then. I'll write that substituents here. One is 2-methyl. Okay, I'll write here 2-methyl. Second is 2-methyl because one more methyl group is attached. So I'll put them together. So I write another methyl down to the first one. Second substituent is a 5-bromo. You should know this, 5-bromo. And the parent is a cyclic alkane which is having 6 carbon. So the parent is cyclohexane because of 6 carbon. Cyclohexane. Now suffix is because this COH group is not a part of this parent alkane. So the suffix is carboxylic acid. Suffix is carboxylic acid. So you, in that case, you need not to drop E. So it remains there as it is. Only thing is you have to arrange this substituent in alphabetical order. So when you combine this together, it becomes 2,2. You have to repeat that number 2,2. Since they are 2, so I'll use here prefix dimethyl. So dimethyl. So 2,2 dimethyl. So here for arranging this substituent in alphabetical order, you cannot use this prefix for the arrangement. Actually first letter is M and not di because this is prefix we are using. So you have to compare M with B. So obviously B will come first. So the name of this compound is 5-bromo, then 2,2 dimethyl. 5-bromo 2,2 dimethyl. There is no space. I'll continue. Don't give the gap or don't put hyphen here. So you continue. It is cyclohexane. Complete. Cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Cyclohexane carboxylic acid. So the name of this compound is 5-bromo 2,2 dimethyl cyclohexane carboxylic acid. So the numbers and words are separated by hyphen and numbers are separated by commas. So in this way you can provide nomenclature to the carboxylic acids for aliphatic or these cyclic compound. So thank you. I'll see the nomenclature of aromatic acids and diacids and some salts of carboxylic acid. So first of all, see the aromatic acids. So you just remember the common name of that carboxylic acid if available. For example, this is benzoic acid, and all, if you join your substituent on the ring, that are actually derivatives of this benzoic acid. Here I have taken one example. So in that case you start numbering where the carboxylic group is attached and provide numbers to the other substituents, but all other substituents should get least possible numbers. So you can see here two nitro groups present. One is at carbon number 2, another is at carbon number 4. So this becomes 2,4-dinitro and the benzoic acid is a parent. So this is 2,4-dinitro-benzoic acid, which is a parent, a derivative of this benzoic acid. So similarly, you can provide names to all derivatives of benzoic acid. That is so simple. Now diacid. Diacid means where two COH, two carboxy groups present. You can see here. These are three well-known, very popular diacids. So first is carboxylic, first diacid is oxalic acid where two COH group attach, and oxalic acid is a common name. You keep that common name which is very popular, but if you want to provide its IUPAC name, then you count number of carbons present here. So there are two carbons, so parent is ethane. Don't drop this E. We drop E in case of monocarboxylic acid, but in case of dicarboxylic acid, you keep that E as it is and join prefix dioic acid. So the oxalic acid becomes now ethane dioic acid. So ethane dioic acid is IUPAC name. Another is very popular malonic acid, common name but very popular. accepted. Now if you want to provide IUPAC name to this malonic acid, count number of carbons, 1, 2, 3 carbons. So 3 carbons means propane. Keep E here in case of propane and add suffix dioic acid. So this is dioic acid. So the name of this compound is propane dioic acid. In case of this acid, you keep its common name, which is very popular, succinic acid. But since there are 4 carbon, if you want to write its IUPAC name, 4 carbon means butane. Keep E as it is and join suffix dioic acid. So the another name of succinic acid is a butane dioic acid. So in this way you can provide names to the dioic acid. Similar pattern you can follow, you can apply for the trioic acid if there are 3 COH groups. Now we'll discuss the nomenclature of salt. Salts means what? When hydrogen of carboxylic acid is replaced with metal. So this metal is there, sodium. So in that case, you have to write the name of that metal first. You can write here sodium and the remaining portion you have to write. So if you are using common name for the remaining portion, I mean from which acid it is derived. So I'll write here sodium. So the sodium is written here first. Then if you use its common name of its acid, that is acetic acid. So then from that common name you have to replace IC acid part and join ATE part. So you will get the name of this salt is sodium acetate. But if you are using IUPAC name to the acid from which it is derived, then you have to use OATE. This suffix you are using OATE. Since this is derived from ethanoic acid, so you replace OIC acid and join OATE. Again, the metal name will come first. This is sodium, and since this is derived from or it is obtained from ethanoic acid, it becomes ethanoate. So in case of IUPAC names, you use suffix OATE, and in case of a common name, you use suffix ATE. So if you are using acetic acid, then it is acetate. If you are using ethanoic acid, then it is ethanoate. So in this way, you can provide names to the salt of carboxylic acids. Thank you.